Are you getting killed by slippage on your breakout trades just like this? What if there was a way we could reduce slippage and get in at the exact level that we want? This latest Predator X update makes this a possibility, but there are a few things we must consider so we can understand exactly how this works. So make sure to watch this video and use this as an option if it's right for your setup. But before we get started, today is a draw day for a free 50k Lucid Flex account, so let's pull that up right now. So here we go. Reveal the winner, and we got Koalas Lambert. Congratulations on your free 50k Lucid Flex account. Go to TradeSaber.com. It will be available on your account. And guys, we are doing draws for free accounts twice a week. So leave a comment on each video and connect your YouTube handle on our site so we know who to send prizes to. Next draw will be another free 50k Lucid Flex account. So again, leave a comment for a chance to win. But with that, let's head to our video. Reducing slippage. Let's talk about why it's happening. And I'm using these Ninjarenko bars as an example to help us visualize, because I know many of us are actually using this type of bar style. And I'm going to enter using a simple reversal. So that's just red to green, green to red. And I'm going to be entering with your typical market order. So here, I'm just going to hit play. And once this closes down, we're going to see that our fill was all the way down here. Now, typically a reversal entry should get you in right at this level up here. As soon as this bar closes, it's typically supposed to get you in on this candle. Now, why is it filling so late? In fact, it's filling over 80 ticks away. So in order to answer that, I'm going to bring our chart down here and let's take a look at the timestamps. If we look at our reversal candle, 9:30:03, and what we're going to notice is all of these candles share the exact same timestamp. So this move actually happened all within a single second on the exact same tick. So because this move happened in a single second and we were using market orders, a market order is designed to get you in as quick as possible. However, a market order does not care about where you want to be filled. A market order is just going to submit the order and get you in at the fastest possible time. But obviously, if you are trading these reversal candles, a move like this, filling in all the way down here, could be a major difference between a winning and a losing trade. So what is the solution in order to make sure we are getting at the exact price level that we want? So one thing I suggest, if you want to make sure you're getting in at the exact level that you want, is actually coming up here to your order type and changing this to a limit order. Now, let's replay that exact same scenario and see what that looks like now. So I'm going to re-enable. And guys, I know this is market replay. I'm just playing this just to show quick examples, but this would work very similarly during a live trading. And I'm going to make some suggestions in just a little bit as well. But first, I just want to show some examples of how it works. So now if we do a limit order, once this closes down, and what you'll notice here is now we get a much better fill. And that's because the Predator X is going to submit a limit order the moment it detects an entry condition. So what happened here? As soon as we got the reversal, the Predator X was able to detect it and submit a limit order. But there is just one little thing. You'll notice that it's not quite at the low of the previous bar. It's just one or maybe it's 2 ticks away from the low of the previous bar. I know some of you guys want to get in at that exact low, but with a regular limit order, it's not exactly going to be set at the low. It's just going to be set on the current closing price as soon as the condition is detected. But this is actually the update we just added to the most recent upgrade of the Predator X. So let's head over to our management tab, and whenever you select a limit order, we'll see here, if we go back to market, it's gone. If we go back to limit, you're going to see this limit order management. And this is actually going to define where our limit order is set. So by default, it's set at the close. This just means, again, it's the current price whenever your entry condition is detected. But if you want to guarantee that we set it right on the low of the previous bar, if you're going short, or the high of the previous bar, if you're going long, we can do just that. So all we have to do is select high long, low short. So again, I'm going to rewind here and play this exact same scenario. So we'll re-enable. And now with our high long, low short selected, let's see what it does. So now we could see, even on a fast moving chart like this, it was able to detect the reversal and set our limit order right on the low of the previous bar. And that way we can get the perfect entry on those reversal candles, or really any sort of entry style. This is going to work with regular minute candles, tick charts, Ninjarenko, Saberenko, whatever chart style you want. This is all going to work in a very similar fashion. All you have to do, select this option, and as soon as the entry condition is detected, that's exactly where it's going to set your order. And of course, guys, you're not just limited to the high or the low of the previous bar. Like you just saw, we also have low long, high short. So for some of you guys, I know you're looking more for a pullback style entry. So it would actually set your limit order all the way up here. Median, it would set your limit order right on the middle of the previous bar. And then the body high, body low, I think those are all pretty straightforward. It's just if you want the high or the low of the body. So I think all of that's pretty straightforward. I'll let you guys play around with it. This only works with auto entries right now. So you would need some sort of a reversal or some sort of a custom entry signal to actually get a limit order on this particular level. But there are just a few things I want to go over to make sure we are using this safely and we understand the limitations of what we're doing here, because like anything else, nothing is perfect. So the first thing I kind of want to mention, when we are using a limit order, we should make sure we have some sort of a cancel entry. And what this is going to do is, after these many bars close, it will just automatically cancel that limit order if it's not filled. So for example, I'm going to change this to a value of 0. I think that's what most people are going to use. And I'm going to set this at I'll set this at the median just so we can see something a little bit different. So again, I'm just going to play it. And oh, here we actually got a fill here, but what it did here is we got our reversal and then it set our limit order right on the middle of the previous bar. We got a pullback and we got an entry. So I was actually trying to not get filled on this one, but that seemed to have worked out. So again, we're going to wait for another reversal just so we can see how these cancel X bars work. So here we got another fill to the middle. So I just turned my longs back on so we can get some long trades here as well. There we go. Okay, so we got a long trade, but it set our limit order right to the middle. But because the price never actually retraced back to it, after 0 bars closed or the current bar closed, it automatically canceled that trade. And now it's waiting for a new one. So let's see if we get one more. There we go. These bars do move just a little bit too quick. Again, you can see all of these on the same timestamp. So because it's not ever retracing back to that median level, it's just going to automatically cancel. So anytime you use some sort of a limit order, because limit orders are not guaranteed to fill. So because they're not guaranteed to fill, if you have this unselected, it's just going to keep that limit order on the chart until you either physically close it or it eventually retraces back to it and it fills on its own. So this is just going to make sure your strategy can move on. And of course, you can have it set for however many bars you want. You could set it to 5, 10, 15, whatever you want. Another thing to watch out for when using limit orders and setting the limit to the high, long, or low short is to just be aware of how limit orders work. A limit order is designed to get you in at your desired price or better. So if we are going long, let me just speed this up here. So if we're entering long and you have this high, long, low, short selected, just keep in mind it is going to set that limit order at the top. But limit orders, like I said, they get you in at the desired or better price. So because the price opened all the way down here, that is a better price than the limit order selected. So it actually gets you in before it breaks out. So if a breakout is important to your strategy and you want to make sure the price actually goes above the previous bar's high before it enters a long trade, we just have to make sure with whatever auto entry we have selected, in this case, it's just an opening range break, just make sure you have this enter at high, low break. And what this is going to do is it's going to first make sure the price goes above the previous bar's high, and only at that point is it going to set our limit order. So once again, I'm just going to revert just so we can see the difference. And obviously, this is just a quick example on the same day that I have market replay for, but there are some cases where if you don't have that selected, it would just get you into a trade before it even breaks out. So let me, once again, I'm going to speed this up a little bit. So here, we're just waiting for this to close, and it only enters once the price actually went above the previous bar's high. And that's exactly where it set our limit order. In this case, the actual fill was a little bit better than high, but the important thing is that it actually waits until it breaks above. So again, whatever auto entry you have selected, if a breakout is important to you, make sure you do have that enter at high-low break selected. And guys, I do prefer this method over setting something like a stop market or stop limit. These are still perfectly fine, but I find on NinjaTrader, especially on the faster moving charts, if I know some of you guys are scalping the Ninsarenko bars or something that's moving very quick, these bars, if you don't give them enough room, we have some safeties to help protect against certain scenarios, but I do find NinjaTrader likes to send order rejections based on these. So I typically like to stay away from any sort of stop market or stop limit. I prefer simulating it just like we saw here. This method is generally safer because, again, it doesn't set those stop orders. It just simulates it through the code itself. But they will all act in a very similar manner. But again, this is just a little bit safer for me anyways. But at the end of the day, do what works best for you. This is just an added option for those that want to use it. And here, I'm just going to do a quick test on a live market. I have them both set to the exact same settings, same entry conditions. The only difference, left-hand side, we have a market order. On the right-hand side, we have a limit order with our new limit order management. So I'm just going to show kind of what the difference is while it's running. And again, this is just a sim, but it would work with any sort of account. So here, as you can see, the market order is still not that bad. But it still got us in just a little bit after the low of the previous bar. Over here with our new setting, it got us right at the low of the previous bar. So again, guys, this is not trading advice. Do what's best for you, but this is an option that will help you get in at the exact level that you need. And the last thing, guys, remember, limit orders are not guaranteed to fill. This is always a struggle between the order types that you want to use for your strategy. On one side, you have market orders. Market orders are great if you want a guaranteed fill. Market orders will get you into the trade. regardless of whatever the final fill price is. So if you want to guarantee your actually in a position, make sure you use a market order. But on the other hand, if you want to only get in if you actually fill at the desired price or better, then use a limit order. But just keep in mind, guys, if the price is moving way too fast and it never actually comes down to touch that limit order, you might get an order that just goes and never fills that limit order. So there could definitely be some missed trades with limit orders. So just keep that in mind. Nothing's ever perfect. You just have to decide what works best for your specific setup. Is entering into the trade the most important part for your strategy, or is entering a trade at the exact price that you want the most important thing for your strategy? So decide what's best for you. Again, the Predator X is fully customizable to whatever options you want to use. So I think that just about covers everything for what I wanted to talk about in this video. So I will cut it here. And guys, if you are interested in the Predator X, we do offer a free trial on our website over at TradeSaber.com. You just have to create a free account and it's available immediately. We have full user guides. We have some templates to help you get started. And we also have a free Discord that you can join to ask questions, find out more info. And we even have a 15% code for all Discord members. So make sure you guys join that free Discord. And if you have any questions, tag me on Discord, email me support@tradesaber.com. I do try to reply to everyone. But I will leave it here. I hope you guys found this useful. As always, take care. Enjoy.